Hi everyone, it's Ange here from Digestive Detective. Today we're going to talk about the next one in our gut healing series, and it's aloe. Now, I don't have a plant. I have one in the garden, but I didn't bring it in. So I just wanted to talk to you about, traditionally in Indian culture, aloe was used for constipation, skin issues, fevers, and intestinal worms, and a remedy for colic. In the Chinese system, though, they use it for fungal diseases. So in the aloe plant, and I wish I had one to show you, there's two substances that we use in medicine. One is the latex, and you'll find the latex underneath the actual skin. And then you'll find an inner coating, which is a gel-like substance, and it's called the gel. So you've probably used aloe for sunburn or cold sores or burns if you're cooking something. And it's used in many conditions, so fevers, itching, anything where there's inflammation, and for bowel issues. You know, it's really common to use it for bowel problems, and that's what we're going to talk about today. But it's also being used for asthma, stomach ulcers, diabetes, and topically for anybody who's undergoing radiation treatment. So that's a really good thing to use. With aloe itself, there's about 400 species, and aloe vera is the best species to use for medicinal things. So it's really rich in antioxidants. It has vitamins A, C, and E, B12, folic acid, and choline, and those sorts of things. It contains 8 enzymes, and the minerals it has is copper, calcium, magnesium, manganese, chromium, sodium, and zinc, which are all really great. It has a thing called, it has 12 anthraquinones. Now, anthraquinones are a laxative. They're nature's laxatives, and basically they can act as pain relievers, antibacterial, and antivirals, and they come from the latex. The thing with anthraquinones, they are habit forming, and they can really cause griping and pain and stuff along with them. So I don't recommend the latex for people, and it's really hard to buy the latex for people as well. So for digestion help, aloe can be used to help treat constipation. They also use the latex for this as well, and medically all the testing and stuff that they've done, they have used the latex, and in the studies and stuff. So what it does is it pulls water into the bowel, and it increases that whole water content in the bowel. It stimulates the mucus that's being produced, and it also increases peristalsis. So peristalsis is that wave to make the food move around, to make your bowel work properly. Again, because of the high anthraquinones, I don't suggest people stay on things that have high anthraquinones because they are habit forming. And that's the last thing you want to do is your bowel becomes lazy because something else is making it work for them. So the gel I consider to have a much gentler action, and it's much gentler for your digestive system. It can help normalize your bowel. It balances out the pH of your gut. It helps modulate yeast growth. It encourages good bacteria to grow, and it also regulates your bowel movements. So aloe's been used to heal stomach ulcers. It also helps restore the gut lining. So really useful if you have leaky gut. So it's considered to be a prebiotic, which is good. But a word of caution about that, for people who have SIBO, which is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, aloe vera is full of polysaccharides. So polysaccharides can have a totally negative effect on your gut. So you can have things like bloating and diarrhea and pain and stuff like that. So if you have small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, aloe is not for you. It's not your friend. So the other thing is, Lifestrand is a brand that I generally recommend because it's a good brand, basically. They're easy to find. They are expensive, but they're not super expensive for the amount you need to have. So all you need to have of one of these is about 20 to 40 mils a day. So I have had people, when I used to work in a health food shop, that would come and say, oh my God, I had the worst pain and griping from taking that aloe, and they would be taking a glass. You don't need a glass, you just need 20 mils. And that will start to do the job, and cumulatively it will help. So if you've got constipation, you can go up to 100, between 100 and 200 mils a day, but I wouldn't start there. You know, I think that what you should do is do the 20 to 40 mils and then increment by 10 or 20 as you go, and that will be, you know, really useful for you. The latex, again, as a word of caution, you shouldn't take the latex as it causes cramping and griping. And long-term use of high doses of aloe, so over the 200 ml, can be really detrimental to kidneys, potassium balance, and heart can be, what's the word I'm looking for? The heart can take a hit because it affects your potassium level, and you need the potassium to keep your heart pumping properly. It can also cause diarrhea. So if you have diabetes, are you taking diabetes medication, I would check with your doctor before starting aloe. If you're on warfarin, because it's a blood thinner, I would also check with that. Any diuretic medicines or any stimulant laxatives. If you are taking stimulant laxatives, I really wouldn't advise aloe, because aloe is going to do the same thing as those stimulant laxatives, and then you'll end up with, really bad diarrhea. So that's not what you want to do. The other thing is, if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, you should also get that checked with your doctor before you have aloe. And just a fun fact that I learnt this morning, actually, about aloe plants. If you put an aloe plant into your bedroom, over night time they emit oxygen, and so that can help you improve your sleep quality, and it can help with insomnia. So if you have an aloe, and they generally throw off suckers in the garden, and I sometimes go and pick out the little suckers and put them into little pots and give to my friends, because I think everybody should have an aloe. Pop one into a pot and put it into your bedroom, and because they don't need super amounts of light, and it could help with your sleep if you're having issues with sleep. So thank you everybody for watching. Next week I'll have another tip for you. See you soon. Bye.